And we're talking to the former alcoholic who's turned his life around with the help of a charity newly supported by the Duchess of Cambridge. Coming up shortly, the plight of alcohol addiction. We hear from the man who turned his life around, and we get advice for those who want to do the same.
Oh, I know he's going to offer his views on this next story as well. This week on Daybreak, we're meeting inspiring people who've turned their lives around for the better.
A Daybreak survey found that more than 50% of people have a friend or relative who is dependent on alcohol. And today we're meeting DAmien Kelly, who's been sober for 3 years. Here's his story.
I started drinking when I was 13. It started becoming a problem in my mid-20s. Everything I'd ever tried to do, every relationship I ever had, ultimately failed because my life was curtailed by alcohol. I'd wake up, most times in my house and I'd have no electricity, no gas, no food. Hygiene was up the wall, was non-existent. I wouldn't let no one get close to me. I was locked away. I was locked away in myself. My partner was alcohol. Alcohol took me to the gates of insanity, to the gates of suicide. It made me a horrible, horrible person to be around. I was curled up in the fetal position and I was 36, and I remember thinking to myself, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with my life? Suicide became a very, very real proposition. I was faced with two possible choices. One was go through with the thought, and the other one was, I'll give this recovery thing a go. So I went into a treatment centre in Liverpool, the 3rd or the 4th of January 2009, and so said to the guy on the desk, I need help. And I haven't looked back. The Brink is a recovery social enterprise, the only dry bar in the country. People in here, the vast majority are in recovery. There's 12 people in employment at the Brink. Nine of them are in recovery, myself being one of them. There's everyone in here, there's a camaraderie.
What this place has done for me is given me hope to myself, made me realise, and the management here and the staff here have made me realise my good qualities, and I feel like a pillar of society again.
I feel hopeful about the future. I've got a job what I love, people around me who love me and I love them. I've achieved quite a lot in 3 years. The future's bright, it's great, yeah.
Damien's here alongside Hilary. First of all, congratulations for beating it and making so much more of your life and going forwards with that. You could have been forgiven perhaps for saying, well done me, and carrying on with your own life. But what made you want to give something back to others that are suffering from the same thing?
Because something which I've been given, i.e. recovery. There's a lot of people in every major town and every city around this country who are in a similar position to what I was in the misery and pain of active alcoholism, active addiction. And you've got to be there to give something back and to guide them through and provide the inspiration and to be a positive role model for people who are to come basically after me.
Good idea, it seems to me, to have a place you can go to enjoy all the things that people love about the pub that isn't to do with alcohol, all that friendship and that bonding and that routine, but to still continue with that even though you've had to give up alcohol.
Yeah. Well, the Brink is unique. We've had interest from stateside, Canada, Australia, many cities in this country. We offer everything that a contemporary bar would offer, i.e. it's utilitarian warehouse chic, contemporary setting, great music, great food, everything that you'd expect from a great bar, but we don't serve alcohol. Our clientele is made up of the recovery community, also people who don't drink for cultural reasons, people who do drink but don't want to drink on a given night, so for a harm reduction approach.
It's great, Hilary, when recovering alcoholics have a place like that to go. I think part of the process, obviously, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, Damien, is accepting the fact that you do have a problem. Yeah. How tough is that?
Oh, it's really tough. I mean, there's a slippery slope, and if you find that you're drinking to a set pattern, instead of just drinking spontaneously now and again, like most people, if you're drinking to a set pattern, like always at lunchtime, always with a meal, always in the evening to get to sleep, always in the morning to get over withdrawal symptoms, then you've got a problem. If you're drinking more to get the required effect, if people are saying, do you think you're drinking too much? If you're getting into trouble at work with timekeeping or in relationships, if any of these things apply to you, then you're drinking too much and you need to address it quickly.
Damien's nodding as you're
going
through this, by the way.
You can tell
aware of
and this time of year, people have been drinking a lot in the lead up to Christmas and over New Year, and they're beginning to think, have I been drinking too much? And the answer is probably yes. It's very, very common.
And if you can't give it up, as many people have found, they've given it up and are really suffering, then maybe
you think you should cut down, you think you should give it up, but actually you're still doing it. You need to really take matters in hand, because, as we've heard, it's bad news. But Damien's story is fantastically positive and well done.
And great news for the Brink and the actual Luton Deputies, because the Duchess of Cambridge has chosen it as one of the charities. That's got to help.
Yeah, that's new. We understand that the Duchess, basically, she undertook research into various charity sectors, and there was something which drew her because of the plight of most notably young children with addicted parents and stuff like that. So she's Action on Addiction, who's our parent charity. We're extremely honoured and privileged to have someone of the Duchess's calibre to basically be our patron.
Might be welcome to the Brink.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll have our cameras there, hopefully. Damien, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And congratulations on being sober.
Thank you.
More information as well, if you're worried or concerned about yourself or anyone else, you can get help for alcohol addiction by going to our website at itv.com/daybreak.